Things are getting desperate with conservatives. Things are getting juicy with Republicans. And the arguments they're making are making less and less and less sense. It's just bizarro world over there on Fox News. Doug Burgum, the North Dakota governor, the once critic of Donald Trump, who said he'd never do business with him, that he's a scoundrel, that he's a con artist, that he's a fraud, is now vying to be Donald Trump's vice president and saying all kinds of great things about Donald Trump, including saying that right now in the United States, under Joe Biden, we are living under a literal dictatorship. When you think of a dictatorship, let's pick one. Kim Jong-un, right? North Korea. Pretty standard example of what a dictatorship is. How many Doug Burgum types are allowed to go on the news, and spew vitriol against the current dear leader? I'll give you some time if you need it, because the answer is zero. It doesn't get to happen. Those people get killed. If you don't show or provide the requisite evidence of adoration and love and devotion to the dear leader, your family is exiled, or you're killed, or you're starved to death, or you're put into a work camp. That's what happens in a dictatorship, Doug Burgum. Anyway, here's the clip, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Under Joe Biden, we're actually living under a dictatorship today, where he's, bypassing Congress on immigration policy. He's bypassing Congress on protecting our border. He's bypassing Congress on student loan forgiveness. I mean, he's defying the Supreme Court. I mean, those are the things that authoritarians and dictators do, is they don't follow our democratic processes, and they just assert their own liberal view. And that's what the Biden administration is doing.
Okay. All right, I'll take the bait. Under Joe Biden, we're actually living under a dictatorship today, says dumb guy, bootlicker, sycophant, lapdog, clown, Doug Burgum. He's defying the Supreme Court, he says. What ruling of the Supreme Court is Joe Biden defying? Riddle me that. He didn't say, he just says it and moves on. And he moves on to the most idiotic thing ever said, maybe on Fox News. Maybe. Those are the things that authoritarians and dictators do, is they don't follow our democratic processes, and they just assert their own liberal view, and that's what the Biden administration is doing. Liberal view. So when you think of the grouping of individuals who could be considered dictators across the globe right now, people like Kim Jong-un, the aforementioned Kim Jong-un, or his pal that he's hanging around with this week, Vladimir Putin, do you think of those people as liberal? Do you think of them not following their democratic processes and and asserting their own liberal view? Is that what they do? Is Kim Jong-un a liberal? Is Vladimir Putin, in his anti-LGBTQ country of Russia, and his policies, are those liberal views? Is the invasion and systematic murder of pregnant ladies in hospitals and children in Ukraine, is that a liberal policy perspective? I mean, it defies logic and understanding and reason and rationality to listen to these idiots go on Fox News and just say the most outlandish, idiotic things that will most certainly be lapped up like nutrition by the Fox News audience. At the very least, the vast majority of the Fox News audience, which is comprised of that 32 to 40, geez, what is happening? 32 to 34% of MAGA world that will never leave his side. Remember during Donald Trump's administration when his approval rating never peaked above 34%? It was something like that. Very commonly, that was the number, 32, 34, 32, 34. It's because there's a certain percentage of the United States population that will never leave his side. that abide by the axiom that Donald Trump could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and not lose a single voter. That's who he's talking about. The unwashed, low information rubes who spout weird QAnon conspiracies and believe everything Donald Trump says. It's scary. And compounded, the scariness is compounded when you consider that there are governors of states that will debase themselves, like Doug Burgum, who had it right earlier. He knew he had it right. But because it's not popular with the unwashed Fox News audience and the MAGA crowd, he will make an asshole of himself, worshiping at the throne of Donald Trump for the maybe I'll get to touch his garment. Oh, maybe he'll choose me to be his vice president. I hate to break it to you, Doug. He's not picking you, brother. You're the governor of a state that's going to give him 3 electoral votes. Or is it 4? No more than 4. I think North Dakota's an at-large state. Maybe not. There's been a population boom because of fracking and because of certain towns have a lot more people in them. But it's maybe 4. You're not of any value to Donald Trump outside of the lies and the propaganda you spew. You're certainly no electoral value to him. So just give it up, dude. He's going to end up picking somebody like maybe a Tim Scott, doubtful, but more likely like a J.D. Vance or somebody who can deliver some votes. Just shameless, cowardice, weird. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, as always, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I would absolutely love to hear from you. You can also, as always, just have a conversation in the comments. Try to keep it civil as much as you can in the YouTube comment section. By the way, let me say this. I get a lot of emails about, hey, why are you deleting my comments? I don't delete comments. The only comments that I delete are from those obvious scam accounts, which you need to look out for. The ones that look like they have my profile picture, those get deleted because I don't want them taking advantage of you. But if you say something shitty in the comments, I don't delete that. Get over yourself. You think I have time to go through the comments and delete your shitty, stupid pro-Trump comment? Quit being stupid. If you want to support this work and hear me call Republicans stupid, fantastic. I invite you to do so. You can click the join button below, become a channel member right here on this platform for $1.99 a month. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Those are great ways to support this work. If you're not in a financial position to help with a contribution, make sure you're subscribed, share this video, like this video, comment on this video. Those things are actually far more important than a lot of people consider because it signals to YouTube that there's engagement and people are interested in this content. So please do that. That would be fantastic. Follow me on social media if that's your thing. I'm at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Be genuine, Doug Burgum. Be genuine. Take care of one another.